tutorials by Andrew Buckle. In this tutorial I'm just going to show you how you can create some interesting sort of echo abstract designs using gradients and spin blur in Photoshop. Now just going over here to the gradient tool and then select a gradient. Now these gradients are from graphic extras, but of course you can quickly create your own gradients as well. So just select one of those gradients and then just click there to bring up the gradient editor. You can see basically what they're made of. It's just a 100% opacity, 100% opacity there, and then a colour, and then white, colour, then white, colour, and then white again, just on top. So you create sort of a line. So if I move that, you see that that's just a colour there. Just obviously create them very close to each other. You can create these sort of nice like lines with a sort of there, green there, and so white at the there. Now, this is not really obviously the video is about. It's more about the actual gradient effect. So once you've actually got that, now you can apply the gradient at any location. I'm using radial option, so you've got the radial option there. Of course I could use effects, various things such as vibrance or invert, so I can actually turn that into that, which I think is looks a nicer vibrance. So you've got a nice sort of gradient to start with. Now once you've actually got that, what you can then do, you can go to filter and blur gallery and spin blur. Now the spin blur you can move in different positions and you can extend it out larger than the document, and I'm just going to crease that out a lot more, set that to be a bit greater, and now once you can do that you've got 15 degrees there. Straight away you can see you can create some very interesting, and you can move that around and you can create different sort of smearing of the. Now the video is showing this bit, but what I really want to show is motion effects, because that's where you get the sort of like nice echo or sort of repeat copies with these lines. And I'm going to set the strobe strength up, and straight away you can see now you've got these lines appearing. Strobe flash is 4. We go for say 3, and you can see that one just created a new one by accident. So that's unnecessary. Now you can move that around, and you can create different echo effects by just moving that around. Now, a nice setting with the blur angle, I think, is actually for a circle effect is 90. So I'm just going to set that to 90. And that's the key thing, 90 there. So straight away you can see, sometimes that doesn't appear for a while, suddenly mysteriously thinking, where's the centre? Well, there's the centre, it just appears, it disappears. And you can move that around and create, again, you've got these strobe flashes. So if say you go set the strobe flashes, as long as the strobe strength is there, and I'm going to put that down to 0, and I'm going to say set that to 2. You can create, again, many different designs just by changing. Now you can go too far. You can set the strobe flashes say to 10, 20 or something. It doesn't really work as well. It all just ends up complete. Well, I just couldn't show you. Just put it to 13 and you can see what happens. Now that's an interesting effect as well. You've actually got this lovely sort of smeary sort of effect as you move around. It does take obviously a few seconds to process it, but personally I think it's the effect that I like is more when it's around 2. And you've got this sort of nice, obviously near enough like 2 or 3 sort of gradients obviously combined using blending modes, etc. And then 4, you can see you can create even more different effects like that. And again, that doesn't have to be in that position, it can be anywhere, so you can just actually get the result, different effects, just by moving it around. Now once you've actually done that, of course, I'll move that back more to the centre. You can then click OK, and then auto tone just to bring that out a bit. And of course you don't have to stop there, you can actually just go back into apply the blur gallery again, and it will take a bit of time, and at that point you end up losing the entire image. So what is actually best is probably to go to blur gallery and spin blur, and that's the one trouble, to blur and set that to 90 and set the strobe flashes, set strobe strength to 100, and then you create yet again another unusual sort of strobe effect of these lines crisscrossing over the image, and that's good course can be repeated numerous times. Hope you found this of interest. Thank you much.